I'm going to spend a few minutes walking you through whether the Osaki 2026 4D AI Solo Flex is really worth the space it takes in your living room, or if it's just another flashy piece of furniture that looks cool but never lives up to the hype. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What most people worry about when they start looking at a full-body massage chair is the same thing that makes them hesitate to buy any big-ticket home wellness gear. Will it actually help me feel better? Or will it end up as a pricey paperweight after a few months of just trying it out? First, let's talk about the core promise of this chair. Osaki markets it as an AI-driven unit that scans your body, adjusts the massage to your posture, and even simulates a walking exercise. On paper that sounds like a spa on a swivel, but the real question is how those features translate into everyday relief. I've spent the last couple of weeks watching how owners set it up, reading the user manual, and piecing together the kinds of moments people actually sit in it after a long commute, after a heavy leg day, or simply before bedtime to unwind. The goal here is to see whether those moments add up to a genuine improvement in how you feel, not just a brief novelty. The first thing you'll notice when you power the chair on is the auto body scan. A series of sensors glide across your torso, shoulders, and hips, creating a quick map of tension points. In my experience watching a few owners, the scan takes about 15 seconds and then the chair tailors its rollers and airbags to match the detected pressure. For someone who spends 8 hours at a desk, that means the upper back and neck get a focused kneading pattern, while the lower back receives a deeper roll. The practical upside is that you don't have to manually select a program and hope it matches your needs. The chair does the heavy lifting for you. The downside is that the scan can be a little finicky if you're wearing a thick sweater or if the lighting in the room is too dim. Some users have reported that the detection misses a spot and the subsequent massage feels uneven. Now, the 4D massage mechanism. Traditional chairs move their rollers in 3 dimensions up and down, side to side, and in a circular motion. Osaki adds a 4th dimension, variable speed and pressure that can mimic the way a human hand adjusts force as it follows a muscle knot. In practice, this shows up as a noticeable give when the rollers reach a particularly tight area. They'll press a little harder, then ease back. For people with chronic shoulder tension, that subtle shift can feel like a professional therapist actually feeling for a trigger point. On the flip side, the increased complexity means the motor is louder than a basic 2D model. In a quiet apartment, the hum is audible, though it never reaches the level of a blender. If you're sensitive to background noise while meditating or reading, you might want to keep the volume dial low or use a white noise app. Foot rollers and air pressure airbags are another pair of features that set the 2026 apart from entry-level chairs. The foot rollers glide under your soles and use a combination of kneading and tapping, while the airbag system inflates around your calves, knees, and ankles, adding gentle compression. I've seen athletes, particularly runners and cyclists, talk about how those foot rollers help loosen up plantar fascia after a long ride, and how the calf compression speeds up circulation without the need for a separate compression sleeve. The practical benefit is that you can target lower body recovery without having to buy a separate foot massager. The weakness, however, is the Footrest extension mechanism. It automatically slides out when you lean back, but if you have a low coffee table or a narrow doorway, you'll need to clear a few extra inches. It's not a deal breaker, but it does mean you have to think about the chair's footprint before you decide where to put it. Control simplicity is often a sore spot for high-tech chairs, and Osaki tries to keep it straightforward with a touchscreen panel that sits on the armrest. The interface groups programs into intuitive categories: relax, deep tissue, foot focus, and walk. Most users get comfortable within a few minutes, and the auto mode lets the chair decide the sequence based on the scan. If you're the type who likes to tweak every setting, you can still dive into the advanced menu to adjust roller speed, pressure, and heat levels. The trade-off is that the screen can be a bit reflective in bright rooms, making it hard to see the icons without adjusting the lighting. Heat is a feature that's easy to overstate, but with the 2026 it's genuinely helpful. The airbags across the back, hips, and thighs have built-in heaters that reach a comfortably warm temperature in about a minute. For anyone dealing with muscle stiffness from cold weather or after an intense workout, That warmth works like a mini sauna.